Hey guys, I hope that everyone is doing well. Just as soon as I hit that stream button, I heard what sounded like a howl. Apparently the coyotes are pretty active in Lee County today. But anyway, I hope that you guys are all doing well, and they probably don't like the cold either. And uh, couple of quick announcements. Let's see here. Bobby sent me some things on Sunday morning that I want to make sure that we do kind of reiterate and make sure that everybody is up to date on. Vernon Smith, he passed away and was buried this past Saturday. I haven't received an update on Chad as to whether or not he is still in the hospital or not. I know he was on Sunday morning. Let's see here. Wanda Thompson is not doing too well. And let's see here. Danny Bingham will have a valve replacement in his heart on Monday, February 22nd. So that's coming up here in just a few days. Let's make sure that we do continue to remember all of these folks in our prayers. There's a lot going on. And you know it's a weird time that we're living in right now, especially considering the fact that we're all sitting at home and not able to get out, not able to spend time together. And we've got the global pandemic, and then on top of the global pandemic we have just some pretty severe winter weather, and of which the likes we haven't seen or I haven't seen in a very long time. Anyway, I think here in Lee County, knock on wood, we've gotten pretty lucky with the amount of we've gotten some ice, and my front yard looks pretty tough, and I'm not trying to go outside because as soon as I do, I'm gonna fall down and break something, most likely myself, but. Anyway, it's we've been fortunate in that we haven't had any kind of a power outage or anything of that sort. I know we got some more coming in tonight, and I hope that just kind of fizzles out. So it wouldn't hurt my feelings at all if it just went away. But we've been pretty fortunate. I know that there are a lot of folks in Texas that are not quite as fortunate. It's there's a lot of people that are, if you turn on to social media at all, there are people that are making all kinds of excuses and reasons as to why something like this has happened. And the truth of the matter is that there's probably enough blame to go around for anyone who wants it. So anyway, this kind of the thing that I want to talk about, maybe. Not so much the idea of blame per se, but the thing that I want to focus on is, I guess I'm not a fan of the cold. Okay, I don't like it. I don't like to be cold. I've been cold for 3 days. I just went and stood in front of, we got a little space heater inside the house, and it worked for a minute, and it was nice. But as soon as I stepped away, that went away, and now I'm cold again. I just don't like it. I don't like to be cold. I would much rather it be somewhere in the neighborhood of, I don't know, 80 degrees or higher. It's where I prefer to be. I don't like cold. I don't. It just doesn't. It's not a good feeling to me. But it takes cold weather to be able to appreciate the warmer weather, doesn't it? We when we get sick, excuse me. Sometimes it takes being sick or getting sick to appreciate the health that we have. And a lot of times we take those things for granted, and that's really kind of the focus that I want to have with this brief devotional this afternoon or this evening, is that there are things that we can take comfort in, and we can hopefully try to remember that we can take some warmth in these passages to remember that we're not in control, that God is in control, and things could be worse. And it's just case in point, Psalm chapter 23 and verse 4. It says, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, and your rod and your staff, they comfort me." And the thing that I want us to remember in that passage is that, okay, let's take it piece by piece. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Okay, so what that passage does, first of all, it recognizes that there is a valley of the shadow of death, and we walk through it. I will fear no evil. Okay, so there's evil. It's there. But the fact is that we have God with us, and He's going to help us through those evil times. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. We can receive comfort from God when times are difficult, when we face times that we just don't really like when it's ridiculously cold outside. We can take comfort in the fact that God is with us, even if we were to lose power. I pray that doesn't happen for any of us, but if that were to be the case, then we can still take comfort in the fact that God is with us. We'll be uncomfortable for a time, but then things will get better. 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 3 through 4, it says, "Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of mercies and God of all comfort, who comforts us in all our affliction, so that we may be able to comfort those who are in any affliction, with the comfort with which we ourselves are comforted by God." So that's one of the things that we could be able to do through the entirety of this pandemic that we've experienced, which we're working on a year now, or even just this cold spell that we're going through, which, by the way, looks like it'll be through next week. I hope it's before then, but we are looking at mid 60-degree weather next week, which is going to be nice. I think we'll all feel like running around in t-shirts and shorts after this. But the truth is that we can take this comfort that we have in knowing that God is with us, and we can share that with everybody else, in spite of the difficulties that we might be facing. Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 through 30, it says, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." We can take to God, to Christ, those difficulties that we face, those difficult times, and we can bring those burdens to Him, because He can take those burdens. When those things become too much for us, He can take them. He can wear them. He's already put all of our sins on His own shoulders, the sins of the world. And if He can carry that weight, He can carry the trivial things that bother us from time to time. Psalm chapter 119, verses 49 through 51, it says, "Remember your word to your servant, in which you have made me hope. This is my comfort in my affliction, that your promise gives me life. The insolent utterly deride me, but I do not turn away from your law." It continues in verse 76, "Let your steadfast love comfort me according to your promise to your servant." If we are the servants of God, which we profess to be, then we can take comfort in knowing that He will be with us, that He'll show us His love, and He's already given us this hope. He's given this hope of a life everlasting with Him. So we have that hope and we have that comfort, and we should be able to take that in spite of everything else that's going on and share that with the rest of the world. John 16:22 says, "So also you have sorrow now, but I will see you again, and your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy from you." So we can take these things, these comforts and these hopes, and we can turn that into joy. And this is a joy that nobody can take from us. No one can take from us, or no thing out there in the world can take from us. Isaiah chapter 49, verse 13 says, "Sing for joy, O heavens, and exult. O earth, break forth, O mountains, into singing, for the Lord has comforted His people and will have compassion on His afflicted." Isaiah 40 and verses 1 and 2 says, "Comfort my people, says your God. speak tenderly to Jerusalem, and cry to her that her warfare is ended, that her iniquity is pardoned, that she has received from the Lord's hand double for all her sins. We have so much of a great promise that through God and through the fact that we can take comfort, and we can take hope, and we can create joy from that, so that we can share with the rest of the world those things that we may be suffering from, and learn the lessons that we've learned from them. Again, I hope that you guys are doing well. If you need anything, I may be stuck in Saltillo for another day or two, but feel free to reach out, and I've got some connections still around Corinth area, so let me know if you need anything, and or if you need me to share any information, I can get that out as soon as possible. Do continue to remember those who've been directly affected by the COVID-19 crisis. Pray for those who are currently dealing with being stuck inside their homes, because right now we're not going anywhere for at least another day or two. But I hope that you guys are doing well, and hope that you're warm and dry. Anyway, I love you, and I'll see you guys at 9:30 on Sunday morning. Have a good night. Bye.